Do you remember the film Gravity?
Yes, with Sandra Bullock?
Yes. With her hurtling out into space when a satellite goes mentally wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the director is Mexican. He won an Academy Award for Best Director and sort of disappeared from sight for a little while. It's called Roma, which made me think it was set in Italy, but it's actually set in Mexico City. There's a lot of excitement about this. But what makes me really laugh is whenever I shoot documentaries and make stuff, I always shoot my own stuff. And he said, I was going to use an English director of photography, but then I thought, Christ, I've got to translate everything for him. And given that it's based on his childhood memories, he thought, how can I tell an Englishman what my childhood memories are? Give me the camera and I'll shoot it myself.
Oh.
So he shot this himself. So should we take a look?
Yeah.
Roma.
Bleached out, isn't it? I've got a problem with the black and white. I think if you're in Mexico, why on earth would you not have the colour of Mexico? It's good. That would irritate me through. I mean, I like black. I'm not just black and white per se. I don't like it, but I just think that's madness in Mexico.
But I would argue that because he's Mexican and because the rather cliched and hackneyed image we constantly get of Mexico is primary colours all over the place.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's what it is. It's not a hackneyed.
Yeah.
It's not. Nobody goes and makes it that. That's
No.
what it
But
is.
that would be like saying you could never film London in a certain way because there's one defined cultural idea of London. Maybe this is in black and white because this is his nostalgic memories of his childhood growing up in Mexico.
And that's fine, but I'm just saying, just reviewing that trailer for me, it was very bleached out. The outside shot, the location shots were too white. It was just too flat. It didn't draw me in.
Did it not?
No.
So do you think he should have used the English director of photography?
Yeah, I think you should have struggled with the language.
Do you? See, I disagree. I thought it was quite poetic, and I thought I could see what he was going for there. And in an age where...
What was he going for?
Well, he's obviously telling the story in some way, a sort of autobiographical story of Mexico or the transition of a certain period of time in Mexico.
I get that.
But I think it's quite refreshing.
What was he going for with the black and white?
With the black and white? Well, I think probably relatively obviously he's going for a nostalgic approach to his own childhood memories. And
I think that's a bit cliche though, to just put it in black and white. I personally...
What do you guys think? Do you think it should be in black and white or not? I'm a fan of black and white. I do think when you do stuff in black and white, you need a compelling reason.
Yeah, I don't want black and white just because we're going back into his childhood.
Fair enough.
And you know, I don't see Mexico enough, and I love anything that I do see in Mexico. I just love it.
I'm fascinated to see something about Mexico from within Mexico, rather than I do feel Mexico is constantly under the microscope of the West, looking at it as almost a specimen in a jar.
Great. Yeah.
And I think this is clearly made by a man who comes from there, and for a change, it's a story that's coming out of Mexico about Mexico.
And maybe he just wants it very sort of basic. You take all the colour out so you can just see the story.
Yeah.
But I don't need the colour out to see the story. I'll still see the story.
Okay. All right. So there you go.
Alfonso, mate, I think you should have put the colour in.
Do you?
Yeah. But then I'm not very arty-farty.
But then it would end up
Maybe
like...
if you're arty-farty, you'd like it.
But then it would end up like Coco, the animation.
Why? Why
Because
would it
everything
have to?
does, and then next
But
you'll
I
be
think
asking
that
for
in
skulls and the Day of the Dead.
No, I think that's...
Next thing you'll be asking is to build a wall.
A biggly wall.
A biggly wall.